Hey guys, name is Ryan. Today we're talking about a review for Gotham Season 2, Episode 1, and let's just get right into this. So basically, this story starts where it left off. Bruce is just trying to enter into the cave and he doesn't know how to, and it's like, okay, he needs to figure out a password and he can't figure it out. So it skips to 1 month, and Gordon is back. He is on the street, and pretending just like guiding traffic. In the middle of traffic, some guy named Zarem, I don't even know his goddamn name anymore. He came in and he was like, "I'm Zarbon, I'm destroyer of souls and stuff." And Gordon was not taking his shit, so he put out his gun, arrested him, and he threw him at the officer, and he was just having this big old tantrum, temper tramps. I'm lost for words. Anyway, so he, goes to the GCPD, and he talks about his arrest. What he's getting him in for. It turned out the guy he arrested had drank something before, and I don't know what it was. And it was apparently to break out the people out of to break out the people out of what do you call it? To break out people out of Arkham, and they were all just waiting to get breaked out, or so they were just talking. I'll get into it later. But anyways, so the commissioner comes in. He fires Gordon, takes his gun and badge. Gordon is under stress, and he decides to go to Penguin for help. And this shows more of a kind of crooked cop kind of Gordon. He actually goes in and takes out a bunch of mobsters and even kills a mobster, um, for Penguin, and takes a debt and gives it to Penguin, and he gets his job back, and Commissioner gets fired, and he's feeling the guilt of it. So then meanwhile, the prisoners in Arkham are speaking. Barbara's speaking to Joker. Joker is, telling him, "I can get you whatever you need," and she gets a telephone, and she basically threatens Gordon and Leslie, and she's like fucking insane now, and yeah, so she basically does that, and then later on, the guy who Gordon arrested earlier in the episode goes into prison, and it turned out to be what he drank was some kind of smoke gas that knocked out all the prisoners and took them to one person. I forget the person's name, and he's evil, and they break out of prison. And, sorry, it's just they break out of prison, and they take him to this secret board kind of meeting and tell them, you're gonna work for me now. I don't care what you do, but you're gonna work for me. You're gonna obey me and everything. And Sionis is like, nope, fuck that, I'm leaving, and then gets killed instantly on the spot. Instantly. Now, might I add that meanwhile this is happening, Penguin is at the commissioner's house, was at the commissioner's house beforehand, before all this happened, and actually was with Sass, and like fucking killed his guards, and and they threatened freaking the commissioner, and he almost died. Anyway, Black Mass was killed, and and now there's just this cult of loose Arkham inmates, including Barbara Gordon. I think she's gonna have a much bigger role in Gotham than last season. And I think she's gonna come back pretty strong, and Gotham will come back pretty strong. Anyway, they go back to the Wayne Manor, and Bruce finally unlocks the um, vault by blowing it up. And inside the vault is a letter from his father. And it's like he reads it, and it's basically a foreshadowing of him becoming Batman, and him doing his speech, and just like characters, like all the characters being shown in this montage, like we're back, we're time to take it's our time to take big and rise of the villains. And Batman is reading, and then he's like, okay, my dad actually did some dirty work, because he said I might be dead by this time, Bruce. Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. And I hope you become the person you want to become, and be that person. But anyway, you guys, that's about it. So I get this episode. It was kind of confusing, so I kind of give it, a little 8, 9, probably a 9 at the most. It was a little confusing and a little bit awkward seeing, Gordon go a little bit insane. Like, okay, that's just a really big jump compared to what he did last season. Like all of a sudden, Gordon is this bad guy now, a crooked cop kind of almost, and it's really, really just like, okay, that was a huge jump. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this little review. I know it's kind of short and stuff. Just wanted to get this out the way. But I will be reviewing the second episode of Gotham when it comes out when I get to watch it. I'm sorry it took so long to review. The first one is just I have to watch it with my family, and I watch it whenever. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to become an and subscribe, guys. This is Nick. Like, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.